Hey guys, Novel Bushida here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're here to talk about the Hunting Horn and Monster Hunter Wild, so let's get into this. The Hunting Horn, a weapon that's had a lot of changes over the last entries in Monster Hunter. Going to Monster Hunter World added into the palette where you can play multiple songs and stock them up. To Rise, where they invested heavily in the offensive ability for the weapon and its capabilities to do damage while playing songs. Now it was a bit controversial between the two, yet it seems Wild is balancing both styles. While the main core of the weapon is still playing songs as in previous games, you're still able to do a bit more damage and you hit a bit faster, which is very exciting for me. One thing I gotta say before we start, it's a shame that we didn't get too much gameplay during the demonstration from Capcom. Most of it was them running away from Ray Dow.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
The main new mechanic for the weapon seems to be Echo Bubbles. As you place Echo Bubbles on the ground and swing, you do damage through the Echo Bubbles while it's active on the ground. This damage also happens when you play songs, so if you have 3 songs on your palette and you echo them all at once, you're going to deal a lot of damage coming out all at once. As pointed out by Paradise from Alex Gaming, there are 3 different icons showing that you can actually throw out 3 different bubbles at the same time, which is pretty cool. I wonder if you can stack up 3 bubbles at the same place, and as you hit, it will echo 3 of them at the same time. And more than just that, is it possible to have 4 Hunting Horn users all stack up 3 at the same place, so you can have 12 echo bubbles all at the same spot, and as you hit, all 12 would echo at the same time? That would be pretty insane, and I'm thinking that would probably be something that would become meta if possible. Now one thing the Capcom team said about the Hunting Horn and the echo bubbles is that the bubbles actually buff up your allies and yourself. I'm wondering what type of buff it gives you. It's quite unclear to me at this point, but you can see the icon pop up at the top left when the bubbles are placed, so it'll be interesting to know what kind of buff you get from this. Now another thing that was mentioned about the echo bubbles was,
we will do some of the echo bubble, and I believe the echo bubble is like weapon specific, is that right?
Yeah. So on top of the unique or specific songs you have on each Hunting Horn, their echo bubble will be different as well.
this is quite fascinating to me. The fact that different Hunting Horns will have different echo bubbles. Now to what extent, we don't really know for now. Is the difference in the buffs received or the bubbles laid down on the ground? As of now, we have no idea. I wouldn't expect there to be a unique bubble for each weapon. I'm thinking probably about 3 or so different types spread across different weapons. One last thing I noticed about the echo bubble, it seems only the Hunting Horn user could actually echo the damage. I was looking at the Gamescom footage where 4 people were playing at one time, and it seemed like only the Hunting Horn user was actually echoing the damage off of the bubble. So it seems like the damage itself is unique to the Hunting Horn. Now one thing that's clear to me is that they're bringing back a range of songs that you can actually play on the Hunting Horn in this game. In Rise, you are only limited to 3. They simplified the song playing mechanic for more offensive gameplay. In previous games, you had a plethora of songs depending on which weapon you were using. This is really cool to have, as you can really strategize on what type of weapon you're bringing for its song palette. One issue I had with Hunting Horn in previous games was the palette of songs that they gave you, as in some games, there were some abilities that were kind of redundant. One example for me is a Hunting Horn back in GU, where 3 of the songs were pretty much the same, but was all giving you attack, while 1 was fire resistance, which pretty much meant that yeah, you could have many ways into getting to attack small for your team, but it just meant you had a lot of redundant songs, which kind of seemed a bit pointless. I want to see more weapons have a range of songs to keep things interesting. I don't think one Hunting Horn should be to go to at all times. I like the idea of switching Hunting Horns depending on the fight and team setup. One song in particular that I think about in Rise was the one that stopped you losing sharpness, which was very powerful, and it was a song that you pretty much wanted at all times. Personally, I don't want there to be Hunting Horns that have such strong abilities, so users can really think about what Hunting Horns they want to bring and build for different occasions. Every Hunting Horn having its own place in a different battle is a really cool thing. Now from the footage so far, it seems like they've incorporated some moves from Rise's kit, but in different ways. The weapon seems faster, but not to the extent of Rise. I've even seen some encores I don't recognize. But if they've already been a thing and I missed it out, let me know down below in the comments. When it comes to the weak spots and the special attack you can do, it seems to be tied to the Earthshaker from Rise. Even though the Hunter now strikes multiple times, it seems the damage only comes out on the last hit. Although in a video of Capcom's gameplay, I saw multiple packs of damage coming out at the same time. At first I was confused, but then I realized that it's possible that the echo bubbles also do damage for each stroke of the Hunting Horn while using the move. Now that is pretty damn cool. The move also lasts longer than it did in Rise, and since the main damage doesn't happen to the last hit, it means that timing is going to be crucial here, so you don't get interrupted. So overall, I'm loving the Hunting Horn. The songs has always been a big part of the love for me and the weapon, and I'm glad that they're coming back. Although I do enjoy some of the combat options from Rise, so honestly I think Capcom did an amazing job mixing both ways to play the weapon into this game. Well, that's it for me guys. If you want to hear a more in-depth analysis from a Hunting Horn pro, go check out K Plays here. I'm just a Hunting Horn enjoyer. He's actually a Hunting Horn main, so he knows a lot more about the weapon than I do. I love the weapon. I'm really glad that it's simming really good for this game. Well, thanks for watching guys, and I hope you tune in on Wednesday. We're going to have another video talking about the Insect Glaive with one of my friends, Inferno. He's been a Hunting Horn main since Monster Hunter 4U, and he has a lot of opinions from how the weapon has changed throughout the iterations of its installment into the game. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.